Welcome to The Topic, where we highlight Houston Community College, our students, our programs, and our reach into the community. I'm Todd Duplantis. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. For those of you watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, we're here just about every Tuesday, live at 1 p.m. You can also follow us in social media as Houston Community College District. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're also on HCC TV. For those of you interested in podcasts, you can download the audio versions of all of our shows at hccs.edu/podcasts. This is our last episode of the fall 2022 semester, and we'd like to take a moment to look forward ahead to the spring 2023. Hard to believe we're actually saying that. First up this afternoon, we're joined by Dr. Jerome Drain, Associate Vice Chancellor of Academic Instruction. Dr. Drain, thanks for being here this afternoon.
Thank you, Todd, for having me.
I guess before we get to spring 2023, let's look back at the semester and talk about some of the things that went well for us. What are some of the successes for the fall semester?
Absolutely. Thank you for that question. And let me say I'm delighted to say that our fall enrollments were up. So we're up 3.5% from the previous fall. So that's good news. Better news, 51% of our students were on campus. So that is truly a testament to the great work that our faculty and staff, as well as our students who really want to be on campus. We're seeing that, and we're offering those courses for our students on our campuses. I talk to our faculty all the time, and they're delighted to be back on campus with students. So that is a good thing. So very, very delighted to see that. Also, one of the things that we learned from the COVID is really how to become more nimble. So as an organization, we're nimble. The way that we offer our classes, of course, is in a nimble way, meeting students' needs. But when we need to change on the fly, and Todd, we had to do that recently when we actually closed. So we closed our campuses. However, our students still met with their instructors online. So once again, we've learned from COVID, which is a good thing. So we are much more nimble. I consider that a success. Our reliance on Canvas. So Canvas is our learning management system. And that way we're able to directly communicate with our students. So our faculty, they have gone through intense training over the last few years in use of our learning management system. And that really does make it more easier for our students to engage with their faculty on a daily basis for their classwork and assignments. So that's a good thing. And lastly, let me just say, this was the first semester that we fully implemented Concourse. Concourse is our syllabus software. So our students are now able to, let's say they are interested in taking classes in the spring. They can look at the syllabi from faculty that they may be interested in taking now online. So we've implemented that as well. So we're doing lots of great things really to support our students in their successes in the classroom.
Dr. Drain, you mentioned a couple things I wanted to revisit for a moment. 51% of our students are on campuses electing to take the classes in person. Does that include the hybrid as well? And from talking with the students, do you see the trend continuing where more students are going to continue returning, or are we going to be roughly half and half, where we're doing half of the courses online and half of them in person?
Well, that remains to be seen exactly where we will end up. But pre-COVID, we were largely 70% on campus, 30% online. So this is the first semester that we're back, and this is really our first data point. And looking at the first data point, it begins to set the trend mark at perhaps 50-50. So we'll know more going forward. But once again, it really doesn't matter. I talked about the nimbleness of our schedule and the way that we program the schedule. We will follow student demand. So if students like the on-campus courses, we will provide those. If they have an affinity for those online courses, we most certainly will provide those as well.
Let's talk about something that's coming up very shortly, the winter mini semester. I was surprised when I first got here to HCC at how popular these are. Do you find a lot of our students are looking to get those 3 hours of credit? Because you get, 3 hours of credit. It's 2 weeks of instruction. It's a pretty quick pace, but you can get some credits put aside.
Absolutely. And I would encourage any students that really have an interest to work hard over the break to get those 3 credits, as Todd mentioned. We have all of our classes are totally online. So these are online courses, and most of them are online anytime. So meaning that you work at your pace. But remember, it will be a very quick pace. I looked earlier at the courses that are open, and we still have many of our English courses open. So if you need that English 1301 or English 1302, History 1301 or History 1302, public speaking, we have math classes. They're filling. So I would encourage you to register right away if you have that interest. And those classes begin on December 12th, and they run until January 9th.
Spring registration. Let's start talking about that. What are you seeing with the numbers, the spring registration, and from what you can tell us?
Absolutely. I am encouraged by the spring registration that I am seeing right now. Many students are registering early, and that is what we do. We encourage our students to register early as they possibly can. Courses are filling up. And also keep in mind, too, that if you're a student that you like online courses, register early. Those start to fill more quickly than our on-campus courses in many instances. So just be aware of that. But we monitor our classes, and we will open classes as we try to meet demand.
Dr. Drain, we got about a minute and a half left, but course modalities, we're offering 5 of those. How do you think a 5 is going to be enough? Are we looking at staying there at least obviously through next semester and beyond?
Yeah, the modalities are extremely important. And once again, we're gauging our students' input in regards to the modality that they prefer. So remember, those modalities are online anytime, whereby that's a totally online course, and you won't meet with your instructor throughout the week. We do have online on a schedule, and those courses you will meet with your instructor. So once again, depending on the type of student you are, you need to be aware of the different types of modalities and choose the one that best meets your needs. And of course, we have our in-person classes that will meet on campus. We have our hybrid classes as well. Many of our science courses are hybrid, meaning that the labs are face-to-face, and then the instruction is online. So I don't really foresee the modalities changing. The mix of those modalities may change over time, depending on student need. And once again, we are being extremely nimble in the way that we're able to meet the needs of our students.
And, real important, real quickly, it's important to mention students do need to register, because you've noticed as courses are filling up, you'll add more sections if there's a need, right?
That is absolutely correct. So we monitor the schedule every single day. And when those courses fill, we add additional courses.
Dr. Jerome Drain, thanks for being here this afternoon and catching us up on spring registration. Have a great winter break, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll get to give you some hints to get the most from registration. Stay tuned. The topic returns in 60 seconds.
Sometimes what you need just shows up. Houston Community College has your back, whether you're knocking out some basics or upping your game for a better job. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
For more than a year, we have kept you informed with more than 500 remote episodes. But now we're back, bigger and better, with more news and more guests. Join us live every weekday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube, and on HCC TV at noon and 5 p.m. You can watch from anywhere. We go where you go.
Welcome back to The Topic. I'm Todd Duplantis. Thanks again to all of you watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. Tuesdays, we're usually live on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. here with The Topic. You can always watch us in social media. Look for us under Houston Community College District. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. Also, HCC TV. Yeah, we're on cable as well. And if you like podcasting, well, you can download the audio versions of all of our shows, just like this one, at hccs.edu/podcasts. We're talking about the upcoming spring semester. And right now we're joined by Sade Campbell, who doubles around here. She wears many hats. She is the manager of enrollment, communications, and social media. And she also is one of our co-hosts for Up to the Minute. Sade, welcome back. Good to see you.
Great to see you too, Todd.
So, Sade, we've got a lot going on. It's hard to believe we're talking about spring 2023. Spring 2023. First off, obviously, students still have time to enroll, but don't wait till the last minute.
I mean, can I get the bumper sticker, the shirt? There are a lot of benefits to registering early, one of which is, you have more time to plan out your course schedule, access those support services without waiting in line, and also gather and make decisions around how you are going to cover costs. It gives you a lot more time to sign up for payment plans and complete the financial aid application and just really understand all of your options.
And we talked with Dr. Drain about the mini semesters, and I know we announce it on Up to the Minute every week that they're coming up and all that, but they're coming up pretty quickly, as a matter of fact. Next week, tell us, there's still time to enroll. What is the popularity of these mini semesters? I hear they fill up pretty quickly.
They do fill up pretty quickly, especially from students who were enrolled in a prior semester, like our students that enrolled for fall, those who are coming home for the holiday break are certainly popular amongst our students that are coming to take a couple courses when they're home for holiday break. So it's something that just gets you one step closer to graduation.
And what are some of the key dates that students need to know for the spring? I mean, December 12th is one of them because that's when the mini semester starts.
Yeah, absolutely. So just as a reminder, if you're looking to enroll for the mini semester courses are under our spring schedule. So if you're looking to enroll in those classes, so technically the spring semester starts in December, which is odd to people, but most people connect to the start of the term being in January. So it's important to pay attention to two different dates. One, you may hear, the semester starts in January, but it's important to pay attention to the session. The session is when your course starts. So we have multiple start dates here at HCC. So we have the regular term, we have second start that starts in February. We have a couple 8-week sessions as well as 4 weeks. So it's important to pay attention to what session you're signing up for, so you know your start date and also your end date for the course duration. And the other key thing to know is, I hear this time, well, when do I have to enroll by? When is the deadline for me to enroll? Well, the day before any course starts, which is that session date, is the cutoff date for you to enroll if there are seats open in that class. That's why we promote enrolling early to get that class that works for your schedule, your life, your responsibilities, because life will life. So you want to make sure that you do what you need. And,
a lot of our, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and the last date I just wanted to stress is the deadline to have payment on file. Now that payment could be financial aid, or it could be you've enrolled in a payment plan. But that deadline is January 3rd if you're registering for classes right now. And any class you register for after January 3rd, payment will be due at the time of enrollment.
If students, as you mentioned, the holidays are coming up, people are going to get real busy. Everybody's going to eat some great food, spend some time with some family, catch some sleep, and then get back in January. And it might be like, hey, I really need to enroll in classes. Are you guys planning any events on campuses that students can enroll in person?
Right. Well, we can rewind it a little bit to just, let them know that we will be available virtually over the winter break. So support will be available from our support services to cover costs, to enroll, academic advising. So if you need support and you are using a break to get your schedule together, there will be support on Zoom. It'll be a limited schedule, but definitely available. Students are encouraged to consistently monitor the virtual lobby webpage for updates on the schedule. And to your point, Todd, around in-person opportunities to get registration support, it's a tradition here at HCC. Soon as we get back from these breaks and when the semester starts, we have our Saturday enrollment day. So it is an amazing opportunity if you aren't able to get in during regular hours to get support on Saturday. So we have our Saturday registration fairs that are scheduled for January 7th and January 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so this is really all hands on deck. All of our support staff are going to be there. We look to make it and welcome our students there. We'll have opportunities for, giveaways and things that we are planning and solidifying right now. But it's just a great opportunity to get on your calendar and know, hey, Saturday support is going to be available if you're trying to get enrolled in time for spring.
Yeah, the both of us have worked a few of those enrollment fairs, especially back at the West Loop and the Southwest College. Do they still tend to be very popular and crowded?
It is a mad dash, and that's why we encourage you to get in. The lines are, it's pretty quiet right now. You may want to get in now. As I shared earlier, we have winter break support. And then, I will say that those Saturday registration dates could be a lot for brand new students who haven't applied or haven't taken any steps or saying, okay, I'm looking to get started. If you are looking to get started, I really encourage you to start now. One option that you have are our virtual information sessions, and those are designed specifically for new students. They walk you through the application process. They walk you through all of the onboarding checklist items. So we have one this week, December or tomorrow, and one scheduled for January 4th. So really encourage you, if you are a net new student, to get into those information sessions so you have enough time to really understand what your next steps are.
Those information sessions, are those always available online to watch afterwards, or is it just a live event that they would need to attend?
Typically it's live because they really it's personalized in the sense that they really get to come in and get their questions answered. Okay. But I can definitely take that back to our director of recruitment to get a version of the information sessions that could just be available for playback. Sans in hearing any audience feedback, they can just get the steps that they need, and it'll be a good resource.
That sounds good. I'm sure you guys will be giving us a call soon when you need that, huh?
Yes, you just put the ticket in yourself, Todd.
Oh, great. Thanks, Sharday. We'll be happy to help you, though. No, I think it'd be a great idea. Sharday Campbell, we appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you on Up to the Minute soon. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
All right. Thanks so much for having me. Bye.
All right. We are going to take a short break. When we return, we'll find out how to make the most of how we make great opportunities here at HCC affordable for everyone. How do you pay for college? You'll learn all about that coming up. The topic returns in 60 seconds.
Sometimes what you need just shows up. Houston Community College has your back, whether you're knocking out some basics or upping your game for a better job. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes, through all of the strangeness. I'm going through changes now.
Welcome back to The Topic. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we are live on this Tuesday afternoon, Facebook Live and YouTube. Glad to have you with us. You can watch us just about every Tuesday at 1. Catch us in social media. Look for us as Houston Community College District. We're across all social media platforms, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch us on HCC TV. And if you like podcasts, you can download audio versions of our shows at hccs.edu/podcasts. We're talking about the spring 2023 semester, and we're joined now by Dr. Joellen Price, Executive Director of Financial Aid. Joellen, always good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you too, Todd. Thank you.
So let's talk about some important things. Whenever a student is going to college, of course, paying for it is a big deal. Filing for the 23-24 school year now, let's talk why students should not wait until the last minute, especially if you could lose out on student aid and things like that.
Right. Well, I do want to start off and say it's not too late to apply now for students who want to come in the spring. And our summer session is a trailer for financial aid. So if you want to come spring or summer, you do need to complete the 22-23 application, which it's not too late. You can do it at any point in time. And the nice thing about this year is the Department of Education has waived all verification requirements. So we don't have to collect documentation that we normally have to collect. So it's a little bit faster process this year. Now for next year, for next fall, students need to complete the 23-24 application, which is already open. It opened up on October 1st, and the sooner the better. So if you're a student that's just coming for the first time in the spring semester, you want to do both applications right now. You want to do the application for 22-23 and the application for 23-24. That way you can maximize your opportunities for financial aid for both this year and next year.
Let's get into subjects everybody is talking about. We're going to talk about student loan forgiveness later on and also cancellation. But what about the student loan pause? I know it happened over the pandemic. Is it still going on? Will it continue? And we know there are scams out there. What do students need to look for?
Yeah, we are again in a student loan pause. It was due to expire December 31st of 2022. President Biden has extended it yet again. It has been extended since March of 2020. So since March of 2020, we have been in a student loan pause that basically students don't have to make payments on their student loans, and they're not charged any interest either, which is a big deal. Especially students who receive what we call unsubsidized loans. They are charged interest while they're going to school. There's been no interest on loans while we're in the pause. President Biden has put in a cancellation plan to cancel up to $10,000 or even $20,000 of student loans for students who borrowed prior to July 1st of 2022. However, that cancellation plan is currently in the court system being reviewed by some judges here in the United States based on some court cases. So it's temporarily on a hold pattern. The President Biden administration is fighting for student loan relief for a lot of people who have borrowed student loans in the past. So they're hopeful that they can go back and start processing some of those applications for student loan cancellation. But in the meantime, President Biden has paused student loan payment again while this process goes through the courts.
If a student is approached either through social media or through email from a company that's wanting to help them get their loan canceled or help them find the right loans for them or do the research in financial aid, and they're only going to charge them a very small fee or a percentage, tell us about that, because I know there are a lot of things going on out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. And scammers thrive on these environments, especially when there's a fast changing information, continuous change, a lot of media of attention, and confusion by students, parents, and families. So you need to be careful of scams. You shouldn't be paying anything right now. You can get that information free from us here in the financial aid office. You can get it free by contacting studentaid.gov online. So studentaid.gov has lots of information about what's happening with the student loan pause, student loan cancellation, and student loan forgiveness. So at this point in time, you shouldn't be paying anybody for assistance. because that assistance is free by the government and from us at the college. We know everything that's going on. We can guide the students and help them. Students need to be very cautious of scams that are going on out there right now.
So we've talked student loan pause, we've talked student loan cancellation. What's the difference between those and the student loan public service loan forgiveness program?
So the public loan forgiveness program is for students who are in repayment and are working in the public sector, let's say a teacher, for example, working for the public school. If they make 120 payments, they may qualify for student loan forgiveness. Many students have already put in their applications, and they're being reviewed right now to see if any past payments they made qualifies them for student loan forgiveness through public service work. If not, students can still apply for the public service forgiveness program to see if they could possibly qualify.
I know college affordability is a priority for us here at HCC. What is the government doing to increase the federal aid grant system?
Yeah, so there's a number of bills in the works right now to increase the Pell Grant, which is a grant available to low and middle income students. They do have to file the FAFSA. They have to qualify based on income-based criteria. But for those who qualify, they are trying to double the Pell Grant. There's been a lot of talk in Congress about doubling the Pell Grant. So if you're interested, if you are a Pell Grant recipient and you're interested in them increasing the Pell Grant, write your congressman. Tell them that it is something that you're interested in seeing happen to make college more affordable.
Dr. Joellen Price, Executive Director of Financial Aid. We're wrapping up. I want to, a number of your staff members are going to be working over the break during this period to help our students. Real quickly, when will they be available?
So they're going to be available the same time as all the other student services folks through the Zoom lobby. So many students are familiar with our Zoom lobby. They just go onto our website, click on a link. It's going to be the same Zoom lobby that you find enrollment services, advising, and other student services offices available to help with any questions throughout the break. And the hours are posted on our website.
All right. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Have a great holiday.
You too. Thank you.
All right. And thanks to all of you for joining us on the topic today and this year. We're going to see you next year. Have a great holiday break. I'm Todd Duplantis. I'll see you in 2023.